What if saving the world didn't look heroic? What if it looked quiet, loving, and completely wrong? Episodes 5 and 6 of Pluribus aren't about action. They're about manipulation that feels like care. And once you notice it, you can't unsee it.
Stories don't hit us because of what happens. They hit us because of why it happens. Here, we break movies, series, and dramas the way your brain actually experiences them. The psychology, the trauma, the hidden choices nobody talks about. If you love stories that stay with you long after the screen goes dark, you're in the right place. We're meant to bit, and this is where stories get inside your head.
By now, Pluribus has made one thing clear. This story isn't asking who is evil. It's asking something far more uncomfortable. What if happiness itself is the weapon? Episodes 5 and 6 are where the show stops pretending. This is where the truth behind the joined starts to crack. And at the center of it all is Carol. Episode 5, The Comfort Trap. Episode 5 opens calmly, no chaos, no urgency, and that's intentional, because psychological control never begins with fear, it begins with relief. Carol isn't imprisoned, she's welcomed. Her surroundings respond to her needs. Lights turn on for her, spaces rearrange for her comfort. This is not hospitality, this is conditioning. The illusion of choice. Here's the trick Episode 5 pulls. Carol is never forced to stay, but she's slowly shown that leaving means losing peace. The joined don't say, "You must join us." They say, "Why would you ever want to go back?" That's the first red flag, because real freedom doesn't need persuasion. Zosa, love or leverage? Zosa becomes the emotional anchor. She listens. She understands. She mirrors Carol's pain. But notice something unsettling. Zosa never encourages Carol's independence. She encourages acceptance. Not growth, not resistance, acceptance. That's not love, that's alignment. And the more Carol leans into that comfort, the quieter her doubts become. Ask yourself, if someone removes your pain, do they also remove your agency? The joined's real power. Episode 5 reveals the true threat. The joined don't conquer through violence. They conquer by making individuality feel exhausting. They present unity as peace and loneliness as a flaw. That's how cults work. That's how systems erase people. And Carol feels it, even if she doesn't say it yet. Episode 6, The Cost of Peace. Episode 6 escalates not with action, but with consequences. This episode asks one brutal question. What does the joined take in exchange for happiness? And the answer is slow, quiet, and horrifying. The body as a resource. Here's where the illusion breaks. We learn the joined don't just connect minds, they harvest biology, stem cells, reproductive futures, human potential. Not violently, willingly. Consent is their camouflage. And Carol realizes something devastating. She was never special. She was useful. Why this feels so wrong? The joined don't lie. They simply don't tell the full truth. They talk about togetherness, but avoid specifics. They promise better futures, but never explain who decides what better means. Because once you ask for details, the fantasy collapses. Episode 6 is about Carol finally asking those questions and realizing she doesn't like the answers. The moment of awakening. The most important moment in Episode 6 isn't loud. It's when Carol notices the performance, the gestures, the timing, the way reality bends just enough to keep her calm. She understands this world isn't real, it's curated, and anything curated can be withdrawn. That's when fear returns. Not fear of death, fear of losing herself. The thematic core. Why episodes 5 and 6 matter. These episodes redefine the series. Pluribus isn't about invasion, it's about seduction, about how control doesn't need chains if it offers comfort instead. And Carol's choice becomes terrifyingly clear. Stay and disappear softly. Leave and face pain honestly. There is no clean option, and that's the point. If the world could be saved, but only by erasing what makes you, you, would you call that salvation or surrender? Because episodes 5 and 6 aren't the climax, they're the warning. And what comes next won't let Carol stay undecided. If this breakdown changed how you see Pluribus, you're not ready for what episodes 7 and 8 reveal. Subscribe, because this story isn't about survival anymore, it's about identity. Episodes 7 and 8 of Pluribus don't ask whether humanity can be saved, they ask something far more terrifying. Stay connected for next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. What should I dive into next? A movie, a TV series, or a specific character? Drop your suggestions.